Hello, everybody, and welcome into the broadcast. I am Samuel Reese coming to you live tonight. And tonight it is the second edition of the Leagues Cup kicking off, which pits Liga MX, the Mexican League, against MLS, the American and Canadian Soccer League. And we have a great matchup on hand tonight. It's two storied franchises in their respective leagues. The Seattle Sounders of MLS taking on Tigres of Liga MX. This should be a lot of fun tonight at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. The winner to the semifinals of the Leagues Cup. All 8 teams in the tournament vying for a spot in late September's final at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada. We're underway in Seattle. The Sounders kicking off. They're attacking from right to left in all black. Tigres in their traditional yellow kits, attacking from left to right. It's the second quarterfinal of the Leagues Cup. The first quarterfinal took place earlier tonight. I'll get into more detail about what happened in that match at halftime of this one. But off we go. And I appreciate you guys tuning in tonight, and I'm really looking forward to this one. I think it's safe to say this is the most anticipated quarterfinal of the Leagues Cup. And for those of you unfamiliar with what the Leagues Cup is, it's a relatively new tournament. As I mentioned, just the second edition of it, and it pits the 4 best teams in MLS and Liga MX that did not qualify for the CONCACAF Champions League, which is obviously the marquee competition in CONCACAF. But the Leagues Cup is just between American and Mexican teams. They were originally going to expand it to 16, but because of COVID, they kept it at 8 this time around. And hopefully next year we'll see an expansion to 16 teams in the tournament, 8 from both MLS and Liga MX. And in the future, the winner of the Leagues Cup will qualify for CONCACAF Champions League the following season. And it's definitely an interesting tournament. We see MLS and Liga MX wanting to form some partnerships. And this is certainly a competition where you get plenty of rivalry action between MLS and Liga MX clubs, which is only, great for both, only can do good for both leagues. And we're 2 minutes in now. Tigres in possession. Getting into the starting lineups first for Seattle, it is Yeimar Gomez, Xavier Arriaga, and Shane O'Neill at the back. The midfield consisting of Alex Roldan, João Paulo, and Kellen Rowe, as well as Brad Smith. And then up top, it is Christian Roldan, Raul Ruidiaz, and Monteiro. And meanwhile, for Tigres, it's Ortega in goal, Vanegas, Ayala, Reyes, and Avalos at the back. The 4 in the midfield are Tovan, Fernandez, Hernandez, Dueñas, and then up top, it's the pairing of Gonzalez and Quinones. Here comes Seattle on an early attack. The cross delivered by Smith and cut out at the near post. Sweeping in for that clearance was Reyes, and it will be a throw-in for the Sounders. By the way, in this competition, it is 1 leg in each round of the competition. So it's not 2 legs like we see in CONCACAF Champions League. It's win or go home. And for every round, the games take place at the MLS club's home. So all the games are on American soil. And except the final. Well, the final's even on American soil, but it's at a neutral site. And as I mentioned, this year it will be in Las Vegas. Should be an awesome final in Vegas. We just saw Vegas host the Gold Cup final, which did not disappoint between U.S. and Mexico. Here's Kellen Rowe's long throw, and it's over the leaping head of, it looked like O'Neill it was. The goal kick for Tigres. Tigres, the defending CONCACAF Champions League champions, I should say. And they are actually unable to defend their title this year because they didn't qualify for this year's CONCACAF Champions League due to their poor Liga MX season last year. But they do have a chance to impress here in the Leagues Cup. Just a heavily weighted pass there from Monteiro, and This is a goal kick for Tigres. Smith was trying to chase it down, but it's a positive start for the Sounders. Seattle, who've had a bit of an interesting season. They of course won MLS Cup in 2019, always a contender for MLS Cup. And they actually started the season strong, which is not what we're used to from Seattle. We're used to a sluggish start from the Sounders and then a strong finish. But they had a strong start. We're top of the West for a while. They've since dropped to second, and they've only won one of their last 5 games. So they've hit their first bump in the road this season. See if they can turn it around starting tonight here in the Leagues Cup. As that's headed out of play by Kellen Rowe, former New England Revolution player, I should mention. Of course, the star name that Tigres acquired recently is the Frenchman Florian Thauvin, who played for Marseille. Had a nightmare debut, however, for Tigres at the weekend, in which he got sent off in a brutal tackle just about a half hour in. That shot deflects in behind. It's the first corner of the match. Tigres will try to make something of this set piece. No Stefan Fry in goal for Seattle. Instead, it's another Stefan, believe it or not, Stefan Cleveland. It's an in-swinger, headed away. Now on the right wing, it's Fernandez. He'll clip one towards the penalty spot. Header away, and a foul called against the Mexican club as Arriaga went down. And Seattle will have a free kick. Early stages of this Leagues Cup clash. Here's a long ball forward, settled nicely by Raul Ruidiaz. Ruidiaz cuts it back. Now it's sprayed wide by Monteiro. Crossed back into the mix. And a nice sliding clearance. Second chance from distance. And the shot is saved as João Paulo had the opportunity. Ortega had his post covered. João Paulo scored a spectacular goal a couple months ago in the MLS season opener, actually. And it was Avalos with the original clearance, but a second chance arose for the Sounders, and João Paulo's effort was smothered. Pretty open start to this match. Just past a 7 p.m. local time kickoff at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. This comes back from Smith to Shane O'Neill. And now Kellen Rowe out wide. Roldan finds Ruidiaz. Now Ruidiaz to the far side, crossed in. It was cleared for a moment. Paulo's second chance was blocked, and now Tigres on the counter. But that's a nice step in from Yeimar Gomez, one of the experienced defenders for the Sounders. Smith now on the left side for Seattle. Back it comes for Shane O'Neill. 8 minutes gone. The quarterfinals of the Leagues Cup. Now Kellen Rowe in the middle. Finding Paulo. Nice pass out wide with Smith. Raul Ruidiaz with his back to goal. Shane O'Neill finding Kellen Rowe. And now this could be a chance. Monteiro. Ruidiaz, a heavy first touch, and Tigres have it back. It's sent out wide by Quiñones. Tigres, by the way, as I mentioned, the defending CONCACAF Champions League champions and the FIFA Club World Cup finalists. where they ultimately lost to Bayern Munich. No shame in that. That's settled nicely and now taken into the box, chipped in by Tovan, but comfortably dealt with by Cleveland. Ten minutes in, no score from Seattle. The Leagues Cup quarterfinals throughout this week, and then the semifinals later on in September, and the week after that, September 22nd, will be when the Leagues Cup final takes place. Now with it is Shane O'Neill, dispossessed with Smith. Duenas, and now a switch by Ayala. Well, it's definitely a different situation than we see, at least at the beginning of the CONCACAF Champions League, where at the beginning of CCL, it's the League MX teams that theoretically have the advantage because they're in mid-season, while MLS clubs are in the middle of preseason. It's kind of roles reversed, not entirely, but in this Leagues Cup, it's the League MX clubs who just started their season last weekend, and MLS clubs who are in the midst of their seasons and would be theoretically more informed than their Mexican counterparts. But that doesn't particularly translate, as we saw in the opening quarterfinal when León thrashed Sporting Kansas City 6-2. I'll talk more about that at halftime. Brian Schmetzer in charge of Seattle, by the way. Miguel Herrera, good old friend of Tigres, in charge. Miguel Herrera is quite the character and has had quite the coaching career. He was the Mexico national team manager back in the day, was most recently the Club America head coach, and he got fired after their CONCACAF Champions League exit to LAFC last year in the semifinals, where Miguel Herrera essentially threw a tantrum, got tossed out of that match, and that was the last he saw of his tenure with Club America. But now here he is with Tigres, replacing the legend Tuco Ferretti. And here now down the left wing, it's a lot of space for Smith. Smith crossing, but it's played behind the two runners and all the way through for a Tigres throw-in. Some promising build-up for Seattle. And Smith had the right idea, but the cross was just played behind his teammates. Now there's a steal by Yaimar Gomez. Here is João Paulo. What's going on, J.A.? Well, I couldn't agree more, man. This is absolutely a very underrated game. There's a steal in the midfield by Tigres. And still streaking forward, it's Fernandez. Fernandez goes down, and it's a clean takeaway by Xavier Arriaga at the edge of the box. Great defending there by the Seattle center back. But yeah, absolutely, J.A. This is a really underrated game because, you know, not many people know about this competition, the Leagues Cup. It's just the second edition of the Leagues Cup. So not a lot of fans are familiar with it, but these are two, storied franchises in their respective leagues and two of the top teams in their league, historically speaking, maybe not necessarily, in this moment in time. But yeah, it's Tigres who won CONCACAF Champions League and we're made it to the FIFA Club World Cup final in the past year. Seattle were the 2019 MLS Cup champions. So, you could argue these are two of the top teams in CONCACAF, even though neither of them were in this year's CONCACAF Champions League. And that's why they are here participating in the Leagues Cup. Foul committed in the midfield by Monteiro. A quick restart by Tigres. Yeah, definitely. This is definitely the game I highlighted when I saw the quarterfinals come out for this Leagues Cup. There's a turn by Monteiro. Comes out wide on the left side for Smith. Smith back into the middle. Looking for the combination was Christian Roldan. Instead, it's held up by Rui Diaz, who takes a strike from distance, and it flashes wide. Certainly an ambitious effort from Raul Rui Diaz. He certainly can score from that distance, but I'm not necessarily sure that was the best option in that moment. There were a lot of teammates in the area that could have received a pass and could have led to a more dangerous opportunity. We've hit the quarter hour mark and no goals yet inside Lumen Field. Or at Lumen Field, I should say. Formerly called CenturyLink Field. Home of both the Seattle Sounders and Seattle Seahawks. That's let go by Vanegas. Throw in for Tigres. The winner of this quarterfinal will face the winner of the Orlando Santos Laguna quarterfinal, which will be on Thursday. That Orlando Santos quarterfinal. And so that's one side of the bracket. I'll get to the entire bracket at halftime as Tigres are in possession. On the right side, it's held up by Avalos. Back to Ayala. Dueñas. Avalos. Now the in-swinging cross. Getting there first for Seattle was Arriaga. But Tigres back in possession once more. This comes to Fernandez. Quiñones on his left foot. To the back post. It's a great cross. And the effort from Tavon blocked as Shane O'Neill came in. Or was it Smith? I believe that was Smith, actually. Yes, it was. Second chance for Tigres. It was whipped in dangerously. And getting a crucial touch was Gomez. And it's claimed out of the air by Cleveland. What a chance, or what chances, I should say, for Tigres. And a crucial block by Smith on Tavon. A Frenchman with a chance at the back post. Florian Tavon, by the way, who just a few weeks ago got back from the Olympics with France. It was an underwhelming Olympic campaign for him and France as they were ousted in the group stage. Mexico, meanwhile, won bronze at the tournament. Tavon and his Tigres teammate, Pierre-Andre Gignac, represented France at those Olympics as two overage players. But Gignac not on this Leagues Cup roster for Tigres, interestingly enough. Not sure exactly why, as Fernandez will go for the switch. Settled on the near side by Avalos. There's a nice turn towards goal, and now a left-footed strike. Just wide right of the post. It's Florian Tavon with another opportunity. He was part of France's World Cup winning team in 2018. And it's certainly a player with a lot of quality. Just his second game as a Tigres player. And his first game only lasted about a half hour before he was sent off. Probably the worst debut I've ever seen from any player. It will be a Tigres throw-in. Avalos to take it. 19th minute in Seattle. A decent crowd on hand, considering it's a Tuesday night. Seattle always get a great crowd. A fantastic fan base the Seattle Sounders have, one of the best in MLS. A reminder that the European leagues are kicking off this weekend, and La Liga is one of those leagues. Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, Alaves takes on Real Madrid. And then on Sunday at 2 p.m., I'll be on the call for Barcelona against Real Sociedad. I cannot wait to call Barcelona's opening match of their La Liga campaign, even though there's no Messi with Barcelona anymore. Of course, that's been the groundbreaking news this week in the soccer world. Messi making the move to Paris Saint-Germain. A PSG player is Lionel Messi now. Quite remarkable. Him, Neymar, and Mbappe up top. It's going to be a handful for any opponent. And I am very much looking forward to calling PSG matches in the Champions League. I think you have to say they're the favorites. Not the best touch there from Vanegas, and it leads to a corner kick for Seattle. 20 minutes played, and here comes a set piece for the Sounders. João Paulo, the Brazilian, over to take it. The right-footed player will deliver the outswinger. Instead, actually, he plays it short, and now the cross from Alex Roldan takes a deflection. Roldan heads it back into the mix. And Reyes got a touch. It's kept alive by Seattle. And now driving forward is Christian Roldan. Roldan going down in the box. But will it be a penalty? Indeed it will. A point to the spot from the referee. And the Seattle Sounders will have an opportunity to score a breakthrough goal here in this Leagues Cup quarterfinal. A clumsy challenge from Avalos and a point to the spot from the referee. And looking at the replay, I'm not sure there's much Tigres can argue about. A PK awarded. The explosiveness of the Seattle captain Christian Roldan on display. Just a quick move of acceleration into the box. And Avalos a step behind. A penalty kick for the Sounders. Who will step up? Will it be Christian Roldan? Or will it be perhaps Raul Ruidiaz? 22 minutes into this match, and Seattle have a golden opportunity. It looks like it is Ruidiaz. He is the usual penalty kick taker for the Sounders, and he's stepping up here in a big moment. It's him against Ortega. The referee orders Ortega to back up to his goal line. Ortega certainly taking his time in doing so. Raul Ruidiaz locked in for the Sounders. Ortega dancing along his line. Ruidiaz ready to take. To put Seattle up 1-0 against Tigres. Raul Ruidiaz. Can he do it? Oh, yes! A Panenka from Ruidiaz. 1-0 Seattle lead. It's a cheeky finish from the Paraguayan. From the Peruvian, I should say. And it's Seattle 1, Tigres 0. It is absolute class from their star striker. What a finish that is. It always takes a lot of guts to go with the Panenka down the middle, but that's exactly what Ruidiaz did here. And it's Seattle in front. He has 11 goals already in this MLS campaign, and now he has his first of the Leagues Cup. What's going on, Bargov? How are you doing, man? Great to have you along. I am having a good summer. I'm having a very good summer. Hope you are as well, man. Thanks for checking in, and yeah, I hope summer's going very well for you. I've been having pretty enjoyable summer. I've been doing a lot of fun things I'll actually be on a mini vacation tomorrow through Friday, which will be nice. But yeah, it's going well. It's going well, and Seattle have now taken the lead over Tigres, and let's see how the Mexican side respond. Yeah, that's kind of glaring, isn't it? Let's see if we can go. That's more manageable for the eyes. The winner of this one faces either Orlando or Santos Laguna in the semifinals. And there's a trip by Kellen Rowe. Free kick awarded to Tigres, and it will be in a dangerous area as we are in the 25th minute of play. Yep, certainly the right decision by the referee to award a free kick there. And that is not the best free kick to give away by Kellen Rowe. And Cleveland sets up his wall as Tigres try to find the equalizer. You've been good, Bargov. That's great to hear. Albeit Arsenal season starts Friday. Yeah. Yeah. No, I completely understand. I'm sure. I mean, Arsenal are always bound to disappoint. So I definitely sympathize with you there, even though I am a Chelsea fan. Here we go. Tigres a chance. A strike hits the wall. It was Fernandez stepping up. It will be a corner kick. As we come up on the 27th minute of play. And heading over to take the corner is Fernandez. It'll be an outswinging delivery with the left foot. 6 targets in the box. The header flicked away by Gomez. Rui Diaz on the chase. Can't quite get there. And that's turned over by Yeimar Gomez. Edge of the box. Here's Quinones. Quinones ahead for Florian Tavon. Tavon chips one to the edge of the 6. The header cleared out of the box. And the follow-up shot well wide. A non-threatening effort. And it's a goal kick for the Sounders. Yeah, no, I'm sure Bargov. Yeah. I think Chelsea can be a title contender in the Premier League this year. I really do. And Chelsea will be actually playing Villarreal in the UEFA Super Cup tomorrow. I really wanted to call that game, but I'm heading away for vacation, so I won't be able to. All right, I don't think I think I'm leaving at like 2:00 in the afternoon, so I don't think I'll be able to. There's a slight chance I may be able to if we don't leave until the evening. But as that cross flashes all the way through the box, Smith was chasing it down. It will be a Tigres throw-in. Seattle, of course, have the Roldan brothers. Alex Roldan, who represented El Salvador in this summer's Gold Cup, and then Christian Roldan, who represented the United States. Thank you for tuning in. Van, I appreciate it. You got your second vaccine shot? Great to hear, man. Great to hear. You still have the double from last year. Right. You feel sick today? Really? I'm sorry to hear that, man. Well, hopefully you'll be fully recovered tomorrow, as that pass out wide is out of play for a Tigres throw-in. Quickly taken by Avalos. You tend to have a soft spot for Chelsea for the Pulisic reason. Yeah, fair enough. Oh, and now under some pressure is Yeimar, and Rowe turns it over. It could be a chance. Quinones the shot. It's just wide as he tried to sneak it into the near post. Looked like Cleveland had his near post covered, but it's still a poor giveaway by Yamar Gomez Andrade, or rather by Kellen Rowe. But Yamar's errant pass led to that turnover. The Sounders will have to tidy up defensively. Pulisic is wearing USA cleats tomorrow. Yeah, I saw that. He switched from Nike to Puma, right? So yeah, he's gonna be repping some US themed Puma cleats tomorrow. A reminder that the MLS season continues this weekend on Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Atlanta United take on LAFC. Should be an interesting one. Atlanta United, of course, having another nightmare kind of season. And LAFC, well, things have not been going great for them either. Two teams who are expected to do well, but have certainly underwhelmed thus far. And that will be a foul. Quinones had his shirt tugged. Free kick for Tigres. You have school on Thursday, Van? Yeah. Well, hopefully you have a good school year. I have some friends in Florida who started today. So, yep. I start 3 weeks from today, luckily. So I still have a decent amount of time left in my summer. Not to brag or anything, but about a quarter of an hour remaining here in the first half of play. What are my expectations for Havertz, Lukaku, and Werner? Yeah. To be honest, with Lukaku coming in, I really don't see Werner. I don't know if he'll be at Chelsea for much longer because I think he's the odd man out, to be honest with you. I don't see Werner being utilized that much with Lukaku coming in. Havertz, on the other hand, he can still play out wide, but obviously I think Havertz has the potential to have a pretty solid season because he can play out wide, and if he has Lukaku to serve as well, that will lead to, as well as Pulisic, that will lead to his assist count going up, and obviously Havertz can score as well. So I'm more optimistic about Havertz than I am about Werner. Put the lineup on the ticker. I would have, Van, but I just didn't have time before the game started to put it up, and that's pretty time consuming. So I'm not going to do that today, as Quinones has his cross blocked. It will be out for a throw-in. The winner takes on either Orlando or Santos Laguna in the semifinals of the Leagues Cup. Those semifinals will be on the 14th and 15th of September. So in about a month's time. Here's Quinones. He's knocked off the ball. It was cleaned by Arriaga. Tigres wanted the call, didn't get it, and now here comes Seattle. It's Rui Diaz, the goal scorer. He goes down, and that will be a foul. Or was it actually Dueñas taken down? I think it was. Yeah, I think Havertz just needed some time, to be honest. And if Lukaku hadn't come to Chelsea, I would be more optimistic on Werner, even though he was just wretched last season. He simply couldn't finish. But I think I don't know. I think Havertz, he is a quality player, as you say. I mean, he scored in the Champions League finals, I really liked him when he was at Leverkusen because I watch a decent amount of Bundesliga too, and I really liked him at Leverkusen. And even though he had a slow start at Chelsea, I think there's a lot of potential there. Yeah, Ozil. Man, when are we going to see him on a pitch again? Why did you get sick today? I mean, I guess because you had your second shot of the vaccine, you're having side effects, I suppose, which is normal. Is Lukaku in London right now? I'm not sure. I don't think yet. No, because the deal's not official, I would presume he's still in Italy at the moment, but I have no idea. I'm just speculating. Here is João Paulo for Seattle. 10 minutes left in the first half. The Sounders have the lead over Tigres. Right, right. Yeah, his pace is an issue, no doubt. That's one back by Tigres. And stepping in was Shane O'Neill. Free kick awarded. Been a bit of a chippy first half as Tovan went down. Tovan quickly learning what CONCACAF is all about. Yeah, right, right. What's my score prediction for Chelsea versus Villarreal? Yeah, I'm gonna say 3-1 Chelsea. I have a feeling Chelsea are gonna have a strong showing. Yeah, I'm gonna say 3-1 Chelsea. That game, by the way, is in Northern Ireland, in Belfast. Unable to save that ball was Monteiro. Yeah, that's correct, Van. That's exactly what it is. Yep, the UEFA Super Cup is the Champions League winner against the Europa League winner. Yep. It's always the curtain raiser, if you like, for the uh, new season. Free kick here for Seattle. João Paulo will take it. The Sounders fans enjoying themselves so far tonight. You threw up like 3 times today? Man, that's awful. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. And Montero and Rui Diaz were linking up there, but the flag was raised, offside called. And number 192 takes the free kick, Hernandez. Yes, that's right, a triple digit number. A player on Tigres is number 192. You may be wondering, why is that allowed? Well, actually, in Liga MX, your players are allowed to wear triple digit numbers. They're not common, but some players in Mexico do wear triple digit numbers. I think I've seen, something like 594 before. It's definitely weird, but it's allowed in Mexico. Really, Van? Yeah. Well, hopefully you'll be all right tomorrow. Here's Quinones. He went down. Another no call. Arriaga yelling at him to get up. Cleveland has it in his hands now. Yeah, Arriaga certainly let Quinones hear it afterwards. Let's see. Yeah, very minimal contact, and if there was any, it was outside the box as well. What do we've got here? Seattle will play it out because still down is Quinones for Tigres in the Seattle box. And it looks like he'll require medical attention here. Yeah. The referee will head over to attend to Quinones, who's clutching his right ankle, it appears. And he's now arguing and pleading his case as to why a free kick wasn't awarded there. Now Luis Quinones back to his feet. It looks like no medical attention will actually be required. Brian Schmetzer a little upset with the theatrics on display from Quinones. 1 second he was down clutching his ankle, and the next one he's up arguing with the official. Mm. And so we have a drop ball to resume play. Seattle were in possession when the play stopped, so they get it back. Now it's a steal by Tigres. Rui Diaz unable to win the header. On the near side, it's Tavon. Tavon looking for the switch, but the pass is intercepted. Alex Roldan is there. 5 minutes to go in the opening half. Seattle have a 1-0 lead thanks to a penalty kick goal converted by Raul Ruidiaz, the star striker for the Seattle team. He's been lighting it up in MLS, doing the same here in Leagues Cup. As this is out for a Tigres throw-in. Luis Quinones pressured, and it's won back by Xavier Arriaga. João Paulo. He'll go up the middle for Rui Diaz. Rui Diaz onto the left side with Smith. Smith, the one-time cross. And saving the day for Tigres was Reyes to keep it 1-0. A corner kick now coming for the Sounders. And Reyes was facing his own goal there, so that's some last-ditch defending. João Paulo over to take the Seattle corner. What's up, Rohan? How are you doing, man? You just woke up. Yeah, absolutely, man. Well, good morning to you in India as this is headed away. Now it's back with Paulo. Paulo whips one in. Multiple headers. And thank you, Lionfire, for tuning in. Appreciate it. There's a good turn. But Seattle quickly win possession back. The winner of this one will face the winner of the Orlando Santos Laguna quarterfinal, which will take place later in the week. That's a poor touch from Christian Roldan. Now Quinones has it. Tigres looking for an equalizer before halftime. Dovan going down, and a free kick is awarded. He got tripped up by Monteiro. With it here is Tovan. And now from distance, it's Fernandez. Well wide of the mark in the end. Tigres have had a couple of long-range efforts, but haven't quite hit the target as much as they would have liked. You're going to play soccer this year? That's awesome, Van. That's awesome, man. Well, have a great season. Cleveland will take the Seattle goal kick, and we're now just about 90 seconds away from first half stoppage time at Lumen Field. What's going on, Bobby? Thanks for tuning in, man. I popped into your Red Sox broadcast for a little bit. I can't watch that team anymore, man. I can't. It's frustrating to watch them, man. They keep choking leads, and it's rough. But hey, you're doing a great job as always, Bobby. Appreciate you stopping in. Hopefully the Red Sox can turn it around sooner rather than later, or else they're going to be out of a playoff spot before we know it. Meanwhile, here it's the Sounders in front 1-0. This ball clipped ahead for Ruidiaz. Ruidiaz towards the corner flag. And it's last touched by Vanegas. Throw in for Seattle. It is an inexperienced Tigres side. Seattle, on the other hand, putting forth a very strong lineup. In fact, just one change from their last MLS game, as that ball is claimed by Ortega. Yeah, I know, man. I know. Yeah, it's frustrating. It's frustrating how they did pretty much nothing at the trade deadline, and that cross whipped in. The goalkeeper Cleveland is there, and we'll have 3 additional minutes. No, this is not MLS, Rohan. So this is it's called the Leagues Cup. It's just the second edition of the tournament, and it's basically a competition between MLS clubs and Liga MX clubs. Liga MX is the Mexican league, so it's a tournament between basically American and Mexican clubs. So yeah, it involves MLS teams as well as Liga MX teams. So it's the 4 best MLS teams and 4 best Liga MX teams that didn't qualify for CONCACAF Champions League. CONCACAF Champions League is basically the Champions League for our region, which is the most prestigious competition. But the Leagues Cup is relatively new, but it's still a fun tournament because it's always a great time when MLS and Liga MX clubs face off. As this is crossed in the middle, and what a poor touch in front of goal from point blank range. It's an embarrassing miss, really, by Gonzalez. The flag had been raised, actually, but still, that is a very, very poor finish from right in front of goal with 90 seconds left in the half now. You have a favorite baseball team? It would have been the Yankees. Well, good. Who is your favorite base? Oh! You're saying if you had a favorite baseball team, it would be the Yankees. Well, as a Red Sox fan, I absolutely hate the Yankees. So I will say that. Monteiro now down for Seattle. He's clutching his head. A foul committed by Reyes. And we're into the final minute now of the first half. And the referee will call for the stretcher. Freddie Monteiro, a long-time Seattle Sounder. He played for the Seattle Sounders back in the early days of his career, and then had a spell in Europe. He played for Sporting in Portugal for a little while. He then had a spell with the Vancouver Whitecaps in MLS, and now back here with Seattle. Yeah, I certainly do remember the U.S.-Mexico game on both the Gold Cup final and then a month and a month and a half before that, the Nations League final. I was fortunate to be on the call for both games. So, yep, both definitely legendary moments. Nothing tops the U.S. beating Mexico. That's just always special, always special. Monteiro now up to his feet, which is a good sign. We're now entering the 49th minute. Still grasping his head. But it looks like he'll be able to carry on as Tigres restart play with the drop ball. Actually, there was no foul. The halftime whistle coming any moment now. It's definitely a busy week when it comes to Mexican and American clubs facing off. We've got the Leagues Cup quarterfinals, and then starting tomorrow, the CONCACAF Champions League semifinals. First leg of both semifinals coming with Monterrey facing Cruz Azul and Club America taking on the Philadelphia Union. That's last off of Christian Roldan. The halftime whistle is on the way, and there it is. Halftime at Lumen Field. All right, I'll see you, Van. Thanks for tuning in. The score: the Seattle Sounders 1, Tigres 0. The difference is a Raul Ruidiaz Panenka penalty kick. And we'll see if Seattle can finish the job in the final 45 to move on to the Leagues Cup semis, or if Tigres will have something up their sleeve in the second half. Still a whole lot more of this game to go, but Seattle are halfway through to a Leagues Cup semifinal appearance. The halftime report is coming your way next. The Sounders in front at the break. Welcome back into the broadcast, everybody. Yes, it is the halftime report. A reminder that among a number of leagues in Europe that kick off this weekend, the Bundesliga is one of them. And on Friday at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time, Bayern Munich will take on Borussia Mönchengladbach in the Bundesliga opener. We'll see if Bayern can be dethroned at last. I'm not so sure. Meanwhile, here in this Leagues Cup quarterfinal, it was a first half that had plenty of action, that's for sure. In the 15th minute, the Sounders would have a decent look. Raul Ruidiaz with a long range effort, which went wide in the end. Then in the 21st minute, this is where things would really start to heat up. A penalty kick awarded to Seattle. Down went Christian Roldan in the box, and I don't think Tigres can really complain too much about it. A bit of a clumsy challenge from Avalos, and then stepping up, none other than Raul Ruidiaz, and the cheeky penalty kick going with the Panenka down the middle. The goalkeeper dove to his right, and Ruidiaz converting the PK to put Seattle in front. And then later on in the half, a chance for Tigres would go wide. Quinones with the shot. Tigres outshooting Seattle 7-4, but as I mentioned, they failed to put shots on target. 2-0 the shots on goal in favor of the Sounders. The possession about even, 52 to 48% in Seattle's favor. Both teams with 2 corner kicks, and despite plenty of fouls, no bookings yet. Oh yeah, by the way, going back to your earlier comment, Rohan, his name is he told me his name is Van, so VAN. Yeah, his name is Van. I think that's how it's spelled. Or at least that's how it's pronounced, yeah. How would I see League Un down there? You mean how are we able to watch League Un in the United States, or how do I see the season playing out? Um I I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly what you're asking, Rohan. But either way, if you're asking how do I see it playing out, I think PSG will comfortably win the league. Yeah, I think PSG will comfortably win the league. To be honest with you, especially now that they've got Messi, I don't see them having a problem. To be honest with you, you never know though. But if you're asking how do we watch it here in the United States, it's on beIN Sports, which is it's a smaller channel. Um, that's what you're asking. Okay. Yeah, they do broadcast it on TV, but it's on, it's on a lesser known channel called beIN Sports. I do have it, but there's plenty of people that don't, to be honest with you. So it's not a super popular channel. It's actually the channel that La Liga used to be on, but La Liga this season is actually their first year on ESPN, and ESPN Plus. So yeah, but yeah, it's on a smaller channel, but they do broadcast on TV. Yes. What's going on, Kurham? Yeah, we got the summer league going on. We do, yeah. I don't watch the summer league. I'm not really interested. But yes, yep, the summer league is going on. I'll be back after a quick break. Look ahead to the second half in a moment and take a look at the Leagues Cup bracket. Welcome back to the halftime report, everybody. The second edition of the Leagues Cup officially underway tonight. This is the second quarterfinal with Seattle leading Tigres 1-0 at the half. The Sounders 45 minutes away from defeating Tigres. Earlier tonight, it was Liga MX that got the better of MLS, and it was a dominant display from León as they took on Sporting Kansas City. And this was a strong start. And throughout the whole 90, León just the better side. They were absolutely clinical. They led 3-0 at halftime. And it really didn't get any better after that for Sporting KC. In fact, it got worse. In fact, at one point, León would make it 6-1. The game would finish 6-2. A night to forget for Sporting Kansas City, who have always tended to struggle again. Or sorry, 6-1 was the final. Sorry, why was I thinking 6-2? It was 6-1, the final score. And they always tend to struggle against Mexican opponents. Not sure why. It's a Sporting KC team who are currently flying in MLS. Looking at the bracket, with León winning, they'll face the winner of NYCFC and Pumas, which is tomorrow at 8 Eastern Time. And then the winner of the Seattle and Tigres game will take on the winner of Orlando City and Santos Laguna, which will be Thursday at 7 Eastern Time. The semifinals will be September 14th and the 15th. And then the final in Las Vegas will be September 22nd at 10 Eastern. Is Bayern a little downgraded? No, I don't really think so, Rohan. I don't think they're downgraded. No, to be honest. I think they're going to be very strong again and a Champions League contender. Although PSG are, I expect to win Champions League, to be honest. But no, I think Bayern haven't downgraded. No, I'll be back with second half action from Lumen Field. It's Seattle 1, Tigres 0. Welcome back, everybody. A reminder that the MLS season continues, and this weekend should be an interesting one on Sunday, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, when Atlanta United and LAFC battle in a cross-conference matchup. What's going on? Fair, thanks for tuning in. He says, Vamos Tigres. I have to disagree with you there. I mean, as an American, in competitions like these, even though the New England Revolution are my team, in competitions like these, uh, I do root for the MLS clubs because I want to see MLS do well against Liga MX opposition, and I know Liga MX has got the better of MLS historically speaking in CONCACAF Champions League, and even in the inaugural edition of the Leagues Cup, it was a Mexican team coming out on top. In fact, it was an all-Mexican final. But hopefully that will change here. But I certainly appreciate you tuning in, Fair, as Tigres will make a couple of halftime substitutions. I'll get you caught up on those momentarily. So some fresh legs out there for Miguel Herrera's side. And we are ready to go in the second 45 from Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. Tigres kicking off, and off we go in the second half. And so it is Aquino coming on for Avalos. Avalos, who committed the foul in the box that led to the penalty kick goal for Ruidiaz. And interestingly enough, Tovan has come off for Lopez. Lopez, the Uruguayan. So that's an interesting move by Miguel Herrera to take off Florian Tavon. Tovan, obviously a new player for Tigres, a star name for Tigres, and he only goes 45 minutes tonight, interestingly enough. And so it is a Seattle throw-in on the far side. Here's Smith down the left side. Smith clipping one to the edge of the box. That's cut out. Quinones has it. And now stepping in for the steal is Shane O'Neill. O'Neill has it taken back by Quinones, but it's a poor pass too far ahead for the substitute Lopez. "47th minute. This is the second edition of the Leagues Cup. The first edition took place in 2019, and the competition got scrapped in 2020 because of COVID, of course. The winner of this game will take on either Orlando or Santos Laguna in the semifinals. Semis will take place in about 4 weeks. The final of this Leagues Cup will be in Las Vegas at Allegiant Stadium, where the Gold Cup final just took place about, 9 days ago. On the ball now is Francisco Vanegas. Vanegas crossing near the head of Gonzalez, but winning the header was Shane O'Neill. And Freddie Monteiro helps out for the Sounders defensively. Tigres again, Dueñas. And it's stripped away from Lopez. Here's Raul Ruidiaz. Ruidiaz sends it wide. And a silly foul there. Committed by, I believe that was Dueñas. No need for that. Freddie Monteiro had no help at all. João Paulo over the top, up the line. Smith goes down. It's a clean steal, says the referee. And Tigres win it back. Dueñas with the switch. And now a long ball clipped in behind. And it could be a chance, although Cleveland is in position, the Seattle keeper, to handle that one. Kellen Rowe combining with Alex Roldan. The long ball forward is too far forward for Christian Roldan. Here's some pressure, though, by Freddie Monteiro. Monteiro wins it for the Sounders. Monteiro back for João Paulo. Oh, it's a great turn into the box, and going down is Rowe. No penalty. And now Tigres are coming the other way. That's a great cutout by Xavier Arriaga, or else it could have been a chance for the Mexican side. '50th minute of play. Seattle up by a goal. This is played up the middle. And it could be a chance. Christian Roldan, 1v1. Roldan passes it off, and it's skied over by Rui Diaz. Not the shot he was seeking, but it's more promising attack from Seattle. Yeah, I suppose it was just a bit behind Rui Diaz. That ball played by Christian Roldan, and sliding in to try to block the shot was Diego Reyes as well. 5 minutes gone now in the second half. Here is Francisco Venegas. Quiñones, dangerous ball to the back post. The header away. Tigres still with it in the attacking third. Cross whipped in, and Cleveland's there. The young goalkeeper for Seattle's been solid as Carlos Gonzalez tried to contest that aerial ball. But Cleveland stood his ground. And now down the right wing, it's Christian Roldan, the captain for Seattle. Attempted cross cut out by Diego Reyes. Throw-in coming for the Sounders, who are on top. Alex Roldan gets clipped from behind. Quiñones the foul. No complaints this time from him. Man, it's a good opportunity coming now for Seattle. Alex Roldan just growing significantly with both the Sounders, and as we saw, he took I think leaps forward after his Gold Cup performances for El Salvador. He had a really solid tournament with them. And João Paulo will eventually take the free kick. He's arguing that Quiñones isn't 10 yards back. The referee controls the situation. And Tigres quite comfortably deal with the service of Paulo. And they could be off to the races at the other end. Quiñones going down, and a foul called against Kellen Rowe, who's outraged at the decision. Rowe can't believe it. Free kick coming for Tigres. Let's see here. Well, he got ball first, but then on the follow through, certainly got the leg of Quiñones, so I can understand why the foul was called. Here is Quiñones. He was trying to sell the foul, not getting his way. Goal kick for Seattle. Yeah, that's some acting from Quiñones, as the defending was spot on from Alex Roldan, and that type of behavior from attackers, I think, has to be punished, because we can't have more flopping like that. The winner of this game will take on either Orlando or Santos Laguna, that is. "54 minutes played. Still a long way to go in this one." That's kept in play, and Tigres with the steal could be in business. Oh, it's a great bit of skill in tight space. Here's Lopez, the substitute. He can't quite get through the Seattle defense. Now the ball settled by the Sounders. And João Paulo takes it ahead, although it's a poor pass intended for Rui Diaz. Tigres back the other way. 55th minute. Early second half. A penalty kick from Rui Diaz, the difference. Quiñones couldn't thread that pass through. Now it falls to David Hernandez. Aquino, another substitute for Tigres. Hernandez. Wide it comes on the left side. Settled by the chest of Quiñones. Quiñones looking for the left-footed cross. Alex Roldan shuts the door. It will be a corner kick, however, for the Mexican club. Quickly played short. Quiñones gets it back. Now the cross clipped in from Fernandez. Out it comes to Gonzalez. Carlos Gonzalez with a decent service, but couldn't find a teammate. A goal kick it is for Seattle. Tigres just not able to break through. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in tonight. Much appreciated, as always. Great week with both the Leagues Cup quarterfinals and the CONCACAF Champions League semifinals. And talking about worldwide soccer, we've got the UEFA Super Cup tomorrow, and then, of course, plenty of the European leagues getting underway this weekend on Friday. So a lot to look forward to in the next few days. Hernandez and Lopez didn't see the defender coming as it was stripped away by Rui Diaz. This sent wide by Christian Roldan to his brother Alex. Alex dispossessed. Tigres have had a decent amount of possession in the second half, but they've yet to really test Seattle's keeper, Stefan Cleveland. Now on the ball is Smith. Freddie Monteiro, the return pass. But it's too far forward. Out for a Tigres throw-in. That ball came right to the Tigres goalie, Mikel Ortega. Looks like Tigres are going to make another substitution at the next stoppage, and there's a heavy challenge. And we could have our first booking. We do. Kellen Rowe shown yellow by the referee. First yellow card of the match comes in the 58th minute. Yeah, Kellen Rowe was walking a thin line before this challenge, and that was certainly crossing the line from Kellen Rowe, and probably a deserving yellow card in all honesty. And making way for Tigres will be Leo Fernandez. His replacement is Fulgencio. So Tigres with already 3 substitutions. Seattle yet to make one as we close in on the hour mark. Here's Quiñones. Quiñones, good cross in. And the half bicycle kick was blocked. And now Seattle looking to clear. It's eventually sent away from danger. An acrobatic effort, and Tigres seemingly closer to an equalizer. Still trailing by a goal. It was Lopez with a spectacular effort. Seattle's defense has been solid on the night through about an hour. See if they can stay that way in the final half hour. Hugo Ayala with the switch. Now it comes back for the keeper Ortega. Quinones calm on the ball. Ayala going wide, and space opening up for Tigres down that right-hand side. Brad Smith defending. Cuts down the angle. Now a chance to serve. Back post delivery. Settled by Gonzalez, and a block by Yamar. A big block there. Yamar Gomez, I should say, blocking the effort from Carlos Gonzalez. All right, Fair. Saludos, amigo. Appreciate you tuning in. Here's Dueñas. Dueñas the cross, and the header's just over. Diego Reyes with a chance, and now he's getting into it with Yamar Gomez Andrade. Gomez having a laugh about it, and Dueñas, meanwhile, doesn't seem too pleased. Yeah, there's not much in that from Gomez Andrade. That's just solid defending from the Seattle defender. Well, a reminder that this weekend, among other top leagues in Europe, La Liga gets rolling, and it will be Alaves against Real Madrid Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. And then on Sunday at 2 p.m., I'll be on the call for Barcelona against Real Sociedad. And it will be the first competitive match for Barcelona in the post-Messi era. It'll certainly be interesting, to say the least. And of course, the first La Liga season in a long time without Ronaldo or Messi too. And there's a chance, a nice save made as Ortega kicks it away. The Sounders threatening. And Ortega saves the day for Tigres to keep it a 1-goal game. There's a steal by Seattle. It's picked up by Freddie Monteiro. Now Yamar. Out wide for Alex Roldan. Kellen Rowe will win a corner for the Sounders. If Seattle can get a second goal, I'm not sure if I see Tigres coming back from that deficit. And at the corner flag is João Paulo. He will deliver. The outswinger. Here it comes. Chance for Seattle, and the second goal has arrived. It's another one for the Sounders. The finish by Freddie Monteiro, a club legend with the Sounders. 2-0 Seattle, and it's a big goal to dash Tigres' hopes of a comeback. Yeah, it's João Paulo with a very good service, and Tigres should have done better here clearing it out. I believe it was flicked on by the head of, was it Arriaga? Couldn't quite make it out. And then it fell right to Freddie Monteiro, who delivers in the 63rd minute for the Sounders. And it's 2-0 Seattle with a more comfortable lead as the Sounders will make their first change of the night. Brian Schmetzer will bring on Medranda. It actually looks like we'll have a couple of substitutions. So first off, Brad Smith off for Medranda, and we'll see Nico Ladero coming on. And he'll get the captain's armband too. Well, Ladero, another veteran player on the Seattle team, certainly a capable substitute. And he comes on for the goal scorer, Freddie Monteiro. So not a bad way to end your night if you're Freddie Monteiro. Great to see him with a smile on his face. As I mentioned, a club legend, and he delivers for Seattle here in the Leagues Cup quarterfinals. Now Tigres with an even more uphill battle to climb. 2-0 now. Tigres have to throw everything forward into the box. The challenge comes from Arriaga. Arriaga conceding the corner kick. "25 minutes remain, and Tigres in trouble." The corner kick taken by Lopez, and it's just over the bar. Well, that was a bit awkward in the end, and it did go off of Seattle. I'm not sure which Sounders player that last touched, but it will be another corner this time at the other side for Tigres. Outswinger by Quinones. Gonzalez the header. And another chance for Tigres. Off target. It's just over the bar again. Goal kick for the Sounders. Tigres winning back possession. With it is Hugo Ayala. Ayala went down, and the referee will call the foul. A yellow card is shown. That's the second booking of the night. Both have been to Seattle. And this time it's Alex Roldan, or was that Nico Ladero? Yeah, that was Nicolas Ladero with the yellow card. So just about 2 minutes maybe after coming on, he is shown a yellow card. Not the best first impression, but we'll see how he responds. Now come Tigres, long-range effort blocked. It's out on the far side for a Tigres throw-in. It comes to the near side with Francisco Venegas. That came off of Alex Roldan. A quick throw and taken. Roldan back into position. Quinones the cross. Cleared away. But still in the defensive third for the Sounders. Tigres with some pressure. It will be a throw-in for Seattle. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Much appreciated. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. Great to get back to club soccer after a summer of international soccer, which was an absolute blast. Rui Diaz, the long switch all the way out wide on the far side. Not much urgency for Seattle now. And it's not necessary since they do have the 2-goal lead. Lukaku to Chelsea, thoughts? Yeah, Rohan, I think it's a fantastic uh, move for Chelsea. And I although I'm a bit surprised to see Lukaku leave Inter, I thought he was gonna. I really thought he was gonna stay originally, earlier in the summer. But although I'm a bit surprised to see him leave Inter, after winning a Serie A title with them, I think he'll help Chelsea immensely because Chelsea did have a bit of a bit some struggles, I should say, scoring, and Lukaku will bring goals. That's guaranteed. So I think it's great to see Lukaku back with Chelsea. Yeah, I think he's going to make a real impact. And how about that? It's a brilliant goal from a long ways out. It's spectacular from the super sub. Nicolas Ladero, take a bow. 3-0 Seattle in the 70th minute. And the Sounders are having fun tonight on home territory. Well, that was just brilliant. So good. You cannot hit a ball better than this. Oh my goodness. He pulled up from 30 yards, and it's an absolute golazo. He just buries it into the top left corner. And in the 69th minute, he makes it 3-0 Seattle, and Tigres are all but eliminated now, unless there's a miracle comeback late in the final 20 minutes. Wow. That was an unbelievable hit from Nico Ladero. And I said when he came on, he's a very capable sub. I wasn't necessarily anticipating him to deliver a goal like that. But my goodness, was that a thing of beauty, as Tigres will make their fourth substitution of the night. Or fourth and fifth, I should say. So their final two changes being made here. And it will be Vigon coming in. Vigon comes on for Duenas. By the way, there is an injured Tigres player. And we do see De Souza coming in for Ayala. I believe De Souza was the injured player. Sorry, Ayala. So those are the changes by Tigres. And they are now out of substitutions, trailing by 3. It's been a spectacular performance tonight from the Seattle Sounders. And that will be a goal kick as the ball deflected off of De Souza, the substitute for Tigres. Yeah, so I think I said Ayala was the injured player. I believe it was actually Duenas. I apologize. So yeah, I think it was Duenas who had to be stretchered off. Unfortunately, I didn't quite catch where the injury occurred in the run of play. Major League Soccer season continues this weekend, Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Atlanta United and LAFC square off. Are theaters open here? Yes, Rohan. Yep. Pretty much everything's open here. Yeah. Most things are open here. There's no longer mask mandates for the most part, although there has been a bit of a spike lately in cases. So we could see masks start to be mandated again and more restrictions. But no, for the most part, the last few months now, it's been with a lot of people getting vaccinated. It's been, for the most part, back to normal. Not entirely, but yeah, there's no capacity limits. Everything's open now, basically, and you don't have to wear masks in most places if you've been vaccinated. There's the cross to the back post delivered by Francisco Vanegas. There's the clearance by Seattle. Raul Ruidiaz escapes the tackle, and Ruidiaz is going to cross it. Here comes a chance for Seattle. Hitting the brakes now and looking for support is Christian Roldan. Roldan cuts it back. The cross, and the diving header is kept out. Ortega denies a fourth goal for Seattle. A golden chance for Raul Ruidiaz. Seattle just not stepping off the break with 15 minutes to play. I can go to the theater. Yeah. I don't watch a ton of movies, to be honest with you. My brothers and sister went with my mom to the theater the other week to watch a movie. Um, but yeah, I'll go to the theater sooner rather than later. Maybe with a few friends. That header's over, and goal kick it is. Another change for Seattle. In fact, just their third, as Atencio will come on, and Kellen Rowe will see his night come to a conclusion. So Atencio on, 15 minutes to play, and Seattle with a commanding 3-0 advantage over Tigres. This will be a throw-in for the Sounders, taken by Alex Roldan. Well, Leon beat Sporting Kansas City earlier today. It looks like Seattle will come out on top against Tigres. So the battle between MLS and Liga MX, well, it'll be even after night one of Leagues Cup. And of course, we've got 2 more quarterfinals to go. One tomorrow, one on Thursday, and that will be a foul by Atencio, who just came into the game. Ortega finding Vanegas. And a whistle going against Yamar. Things getting a little chippy on the pitch. That's your top 5, Rohan. Yeah, I can't disagree with that list, to be honest with you, man. Yeah, I tend to agree. I don't know, like, I hesitate on Man United. They should be a top 5 team in Europe. That's the only team that I'm not convinced that they will be. I don't know what to expect with Man U, but they did get Jadon Sancho, which I think will be huge. So yeah, as long as Man United perform up to par, I agree with that list. That's the only team I have a possible question mark about, but I don't think I'd put any other team in there instead of Man U. So yeah, I definitely respect that list. Could Seattle go for 4? Well, not quite. A little miscommunication there, as Raul Ruidiaz didn't see the pass coming from Lodero. He thought Lodero was going for goal. The winner of this one, which seems like it will be Seattle, faces Orlando or Santos Laguna in the semifinals. That Orlando Santos game on Thursday night. Carlos Gonzalez out wide. Sounders have been solid defensively throughout the match. And Tigres forced to move it back again. Vanegas, the switch. It's on the right side again. Atencio came in. Couldn't quite win it. An advantage played for Tigres. On the ball now is Nicolas Ladero. Ladero fouled, who scored an absolute screamer about 10 minutes ago. No, Rohan, this isn't the first match of the tournament. The first match of the tournament was earlier tonight between Sporting Kansas City and Leon. And Leon beat Sporting Kansas City 6-1. So, yeah, not a good look for MLS in that first match, but a much better look for MLS in the second match. It looks like Seattle are going to come out on top. So, yeah, two of the quarterfinals tonight, and then one quarterfinal tomorrow, and then the other one on Thursday. Brazil vibes, yeah. Yeah, I know. Yep. 80 minutes played at Lumen Field, I should say. 10 minutes left. Seattle up 3. Now with it is Raul Ruidiaz turned over here. And that's a foul committed by João Paulo. Set piece coming for Tigres. Can they at least grab a consolation goal late? An unpleased look on the face of Miguel Herrera on the sideline for Tigres. It's a short restart, and the cross blocked by Ruidiaz. Quinones takes the throw-in. Yeah, right, Rohan. No, that was definitely a once in a million type of game, that Germany Brazil game. That was wild. Back in the 2014 World Cup in Brazil. It was just insane. Seattle have it. Here is João Paulo. Now Lodero. Going back to Atencio. Sent wide by Lodero. Tigres back with it. 82 minutes in the books. This is Luis Quinones. Good combination play. Can they get through the Seattle defense? No, they can't. Looks like Brian Schmetzer is going to make his final 2 changes at the next stoppage in play. That attempted cross blocked, and looked like that might have went off the face of Miranda. We're in the 83rd minute. Yep, we're in the 83rd minute. So, yeah, it's just about over. Sorry guys, I am pretty tired, so I'm losing my energy here late in this match. So here will come those final Seattle substitutions. We will see Will Bruin as well as Sissoko coming on. And that'll be it for Raul Ruidiaz. The penalty kick goal will turn out to be the game-winning goal. It appears. So Bruin is his replacement, and Sissoko comes on for Gomez Andrade. So both teams have used all 5 available substitutions. And that's misplayed, but recovering was Diego Reyes. That was nearly a disaster at the back. Now this ball clipped into Gonzalez, who heads it back. Quinones off the chest. Took it on the volley, and that would have been a thing of beauty had it gone in. Just wide, and that's been the story for Tigres. They haven't been able to put their shots on target. As we have 5 minutes remaining at Lumen Field. Foul called. Sounders in no hurry whatsoever to take the free kick. What's going on, Carlos? Welcome into the stream. Hope you're doing well, man. Appreciate you tuning in. Now it's Slodero. Will Bruin gave it away. Now for a Tigres throw, and Tigres running out of time, down by 3 goals. No, I have not, Rohan. I haven't watched The Dark Knight. You recommend it? All right, I might take a look into it. Now here come Tigres. The cross to the back post and safely played over the end line by Alex Roldan, conceding the corner kick. Thank you, Abner, for tuning in as the header's off the post. Well, if that's not going in, nothing will go in for Tigres. They've had their chances, and that was Diego Reyes with the opportunity. But the post denies him, and he slams the ground in frustration. And Tigres still with nothing to show for on the board. And that's a clear foul. Tripped up was Alex Roldan. And it is Diego Reyes who's shown a yellow card, the first booking for Tigres tonight. No, I haven't. I have not heard of Christopher Nolan. He's the one. He's the one who directs it. Okay. No, I haven't heard of him. Maybe I should. Unfortunately, I'm a I'm a sports nerd, and outside of sports, well, I'm not gonna say I'm not that knowledgeable. I know plenty of things outside of sports, but I'm not into that much outside of sports. Let's put it that way. Like I don't watch like a ton of shows and stuff like that, but I'll look into it. Now 2 minutes from second half stoppage time. It's out on the far side for a Sounders throw in. Great to hear that you're doing well, Carlos. And that cross from Lodeiro is cut out. Tigres have it. Do I think PSG will win the UCL this year? Yeah, I do. I do. I I would be. I mean, anything can happen in Champions League, but if PSG don't win Champions League, I'd be kind of surprised, to be honest with you. Um, yeah, they've got to win it now that they have Messi. I mean, they have to win Champions League. If they don't, then it's a failure. PSG have to win Champions League. Now Luis Quinones, 1-2 combination. Quinones went down. No foul called. Quinones has really been asking for it all night long and hasn't been getting his way. Yeah, right. No, I tend to agree. I tend to agree. With Messi there, he'll probably be the key ingredient for getting PSG across the finish line. There's a steal by Seattle. They have numbers going forward and they want another goal. Here's Will Bruin. Bruin lays it off. Here's the strike, but it's sent high over the bar. Not quite what or rather what Nicolas Lodero is seeking. But after that wonder goal earlier in the half, we can give him a break, can't we? We are 30 seconds into stoppage time now. There's a little nudge, but not enough for a foul from Shane O'Neill. And the frustration of Venegas on full display. And here could be a chance. Will Bruin onside. The pass was cut out, and now the flag is raised. What do I think about? I think you meant Ray Hudson. Ray Hudson leaving beIN Sports. Yeah, I mean it's definitely sad, Carlos. But I'm not surprised because since La Liga, went to ESPN, the main reason Ray Hudson was at beIN was because, well, yeah, the not the only reason, but yeah, basically the primary reason he was at beIN Sports was to commentate on La Liga games. So now that La Liga is on ESPN, you know, I wasn't really expecting him to stay, but yeah, it's gonna be sad not hearing Ray Hudson do games for La Liga anymore. Yeah, that is right, Carlos. Yeah, he does still commentate Inter Miami games. Yep, he commentates Inter Miami games for their local channel. Yep, he does. So he still has that gig. He still does he's still on the football show on Sirius XM. So he's still got plenty going on. But it's sad to see him not commentate La Liga games anymore. 30 seconds to go in this one. Seattle just waiting for the final whistle now. That's one back by the Sounders. Holding on to it is Nicolas Ladero. Yes, Carlos. He is quite something. He's had some fantastic quotes over the year. Yep. On the ball now is Quinones. Quinones driving forward. Is there one last chance for Tigres? Now it's Francisco Venegas. Quinones. Back to Venegas. Those two connecting. Now it's Carlos Gonzalez. And a foul called just a few yards outside the box. The whistle against João Paulo. And this will probably be the last kick of the game. And so Cleveland, the Seattle keeper, will set up his wall, trying to preserve the clean sheet. Are my friends sports nerds too? Some of them, not all of them. Here's a shot over the wall, but it actually partially took a deflection. So the wall did its job. It will be a corner kick for Tigres. What game will I commentate next, Carlos? Good question. I'm not sure because I'm going to be on a mini vacation tomorrow through Friday as the corner kick is caught by Stephen Cleveland, and there is the final whistle. That is it. Seattle defeat Tigres in comfortable fashion. 3-0 the final score in Seattle, Washington, and the Sounders are moving on to the Leagues Cup semifinals, the first MLS club to do so, joining Liga MX side León, and of course 2 quarterfinals still to be played in the Leagues Cup later this week. León, after thrashing Sporting KC 6-1, await the winner of NYCFC and Pumas. That's tomorrow at 8 Eastern Time. And Seattle, with this win, now await the winner of Orlando City against Santos Laguna. That's on Thursday at 7. And those 2 semifinals will be on September 14th and 15th, with the final taking place on the 22nd at 10 Eastern Time. So yeah, Carlos, I don't know what time I'm leaving tomorrow. If I'm leaving tomorrow evening, then I'll do the UEFA Super Cup between Chelsea and Villarreal. If I'm leaving in the afternoon, then I'm not going to be able to do that. And I probably won't be able to do a game until the weekend. I might do the Revolution game against Toronto FC on Saturday. And then on Sunday, I'll be doing Barcelona against Real Sociedad. So yeah, that's my plan. Nothing official, but we'll see. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed it. The final score, the Seattle Sounders 3, Tigres 0. MLS defeats Liga MX this time. Seattle to the semifinals of the